presentation and on the 20, it's the matching date from when they came and asked for the money. So, yeah, that's good.
Great.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, Chris.
Now, I'm going to ask Waihoro's Spreydon-Cashmere Community Board report to come forward and invite Carolyn Potter to come to the table with Matt McClintock.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you for the people shoved down below me. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to come and head off. The board has two small issues that came before it: the installation of bus stop restrictions on Rose Street, and the proposals for the council's draft annual plan and the submissions, and the draft district plan changes, which we are doing at the moment. Callum Ward, a community board member from Addington, has raised with the board informally, but also with other people, the issue that all of us have been concerned about, which is the increase in vape shops, particularly in Addington. Addington now has 4 vape shops. Have we got our...
Yeah.
I just wanted to... Yeah, you can't see, and I wish the photographs were a little bit bigger, but there are 2 vape shops in that block, one of which looks quite posh on the right-hand side, and right next door to it is a vape shop. And then there's Vape Planet over there on the other side, and then there's another vape shop further down the road. And this is incongruously, of course, opposite a flag which advertises a pub. So Addington is 4 vape shops in 0.9 of a kilometre, which is what the Addington shops are. It's not even a K along that road stretch, 0.9 of a kilometre. 4 vape shops is quite a lot of vape shops to be in. Thank you. There's quite a lot of vape shops in one small area. We know that the government is considering the licensing of the selling of cigarettes. I hope that when they do initiate the licensing for the selling of cigarettes, and presumably this will mean fewer shops selling cigarettes, I hope that vaping is included in it, because its danger to children especially is far greater than was ever imagined when it was considered something that could wean people off smoking. And this is not conducive to a village atmosphere in the oldest village in Christchurch. And I would like to think that people would take it, government and city council, when discussing this issue, will take into consideration the way Addington should look and should be, instead of a place where you buy alcohol and cigarettes and vape. Community projects. We have heard from different residents with possible safety improvements in the Addington area. The council may remember that at one stage the issue of Addington's speed limit held the council up for half an hour in terms of discussing it. We had recommended to council that it be 30k in Addington. Addington people wanted 30k. And as it turned out, the discussion around the table indicated that council at that time wanted 30k as well. But we were advised by staff on that occasion that the lowest we could go for Addington was 40k. They have come back to us. They're a patient, dedicated group, the Addington Neighbourhood Association. They are a committed group. They've written their own history. And they have now come back to us again, wanting a 30k speed limit in Addington. And our board, think that this should not only be initiated, but initiated quickly. It used to be that you couldn't bring the speed limit down, and that was the rule for the suburbs. But now that we've got Woolston at 30k on Ferry Road, there's no reason why Addington, with its narrow streets, crowded streets, 2 schools as well as a heavily populated church, lots of people on the streets, Salvation Army, running addiction programs. As long as we've got all of this activity in Addington, there is just no reason why the people doing a rat run from the motorway through Addington to Selwyn Street should be allowed to go any faster than 30k. So we would like this issue to be reconsidered extremely quickly. I'll remind the council that when they discussed it those years ago, which was about 5 years, when they discussed it, they asked for the issue to come back to them at that time. So here we are, we're coming back. We will be coming back more formally, and we want the residents this time to get their way in terms of the speed limit in Addington. If ever there was a suburb that should be going slow, it's Addington. Thank you. But yeah. The board would be keen to be kept up to date with the long-awaited renovations to South Library and Beckenham Service Centre. I'm going to indulge myself for one sentence. When I was chair of the Beckenham Neighbourhood Association 25 years ago, I negotiated for I pressed the council not to sell this piece of land on which the Beckenham Library is situated and the service centre, which is what the council wanted to do. They wanted to sell this land. This library, as I've said before, is the most loved library in Christchurch, and it was the first library in the new libraries with coffee bars, etc. And I'm really hoping that this, the renovation of the library goes extremely well, the moat's removed, there's more light for staff, and that the staff's wishes on the issues are kept very close to the hearts of the people who are looking at how they're going to revive the building. The Port Hills Trust Board is frustrated with the spate of thefts from the Mount Vernon car park, including, and you can't see it here, but it's a gigantic macrocarpa table with seats attached, which was taken away this week. There's no end to what they can pinch, apparently. And there's been a large number of robberies from cars in the car park, and they are trying to put up TV cameras as we speak. And even macrocarpa tables nailed to the ground have been removed by people looking for further furniture for their homes, presumably. So we're helping them out, and we hope, and we probably will be helping them out with their cameras. But we understand that thefts on the Port Hills are endemic, and we have had the police in to talk to us about it, and we're just hoping that the spate passes like all other things have passed. We had the Mother of All Cleanups. The Mother of All Cleanups was initiated in our ward. One of the initiators, Helene, was a previous community board member. She was one of the founders of the River Network, and this Mother of All Cleanups was started, we like to think, with us, and it is enthusiastically supported by our community board, and people always volunteer for the work that gets done. It's marvellous to see the numbers of rubbish bags that are removed from all over the place, and shopping trolleys, of course, and scooters these days that you get out of the river. And as you'll see there's some of the people who are active in the river network and are associated with our community board. Thank you.
Great. Well, look, thank you very much for your presentation this morning. We've sort of come to the end of the time for the presentation, but I really appreciate you coming in and presenting, and equal concern around the vaping shops. But we're going to get some advice on the speed limit too as a result of your presentation. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm arranging with staff to catch up over the cameras situation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, thanks, Tim.
Great. Right, the next one is Waihoro.